Here's a little tip.
From our garden to yours.
Students are practicing sustainability every day here at the Mowbray House on Rollins College campus. I have Ann Francis with me. She is the manager of sustainable programs here at Rollins College. Welcome, Ann.
Hi, Celeste.
Tell me a little bit about the Mowbray House. What is the purpose of it?
The purpose is for students to have the opportunity to have their own house and piece of property to work, to grow organic vegetables, and also to have native plants planted here. We have
Let's look at these raised beds.
Yeah, the raised beds were put in for the students to grow the organic vegetables and herbs. As you can see, we have fennel, and then there's lavender rosemary, and basil. The boxes also have the ability underneath to be able to capture the water that waters these plants so that they can reuse the water instead of it just going into the ground.
And these are organically maintained beds, correct?
Yes, yes.
And so they're using the worm tea.
We're using the worm tea and the worm castings for enhancing the growth, and no other fertilizers or anything is used here on the property.
There's some other features of the house. So I noticed, for instance, we're walking on pine straw mulch.
Yes. Here we have the pine straw mulch, which is obviously a native mulch. We also use Melaleuca mulch on the other side of the property, which is an invasive tree in South Florida. So we tried to use native and invasive for that purpose.
So they're using the different mulches, so they're protecting the environment. And then beautiful display of flowers here.
Yes.
Now, are these all native?
Almost everything in here is native. We do have blanket flower, coreopsis, there's black-eyed Susan, and then you have other things that are thrown in like the rosemary and lavender. There's tomato plants growing. Some of the plants that were put in here were what you might say extra, that had been grown in the greenhouse here on the campus that were used maybe for labs, and instead of them, when they were done with them, instead of them getting rid of them or throwing them out or something like that, they were brought over here so that they were planted in the gardens here so that they wouldn't be thrown out and they would be used, and then they've got sugar cane over here in the corner.
And the students designed all this? Are these students that are environmental studies students?
No, not necessarily. Most of the students are across the board. They're English majors, anthropology majors. Last year when they were awarded this house, over the summer we did a lot of research. The students did a lot of research on how to put together these garden beds. And as a matter of fact, where we're standing was a cement pad. There was nothing but cement here and an old rickety fence around the property. So that was the first thing that we did, was to get rid of the cement pad so that we would have the opportunity to actually use the ground and be able to percolate water through and that sort of thing.
It's an unbelievable transformation. Now the students are even doing things sustainable inside the house, aren't they?
Yes, yes, we do. That is where our worm condo is housed in there, where we get our worm tea and our castings. And then they also painted over the summer with no VOC paint, and they changed every light bulb, which was 40 light bulbs in there, to CFL light bulbs. And they've got other things planned for this year, like window gardening and a couple of other projects for the second year of the house.
And students live here year-round? This is an active dorm year-round?
They live during the academic year, which is the fall and spring semesters. And over the summer, there's a few students that are here that are sustainable coordinators that will do some work with me so that we can keep up the grounds and make sure it's ready for August for the new students to come in and to plant.
Ann Francis, Manager of Sustainable Programs. Thanks for sharing what's happening at the Mowbray House.
Thank you.
We could learn a lot from these students that are practicing sustainability every day here on Rollins College campus at the Mowbray House.